Greetings, my Rantians. Hope you all are doing well today, and welcome back to another episode of Anno 1800. We are going to be finishing up here for the time being on Morteau. There are a couple things that we're going to work on. As specifically, it's going to be more along the lines of a beautification episode today, because we have a majority of the chains up that we can produce at the moment. But I was able to get some pretty cool specialists, some help from, RANTIAN, insert hair flip here, because I can. And they're going to help us out. So we're going to be building a regional administration hub for Morteau, along with getting the little spot set up for the church and the Irish Orthodoxy up in the main city on the hill. Just want to start off by saying that if you are new here, please consider checking out what the channel has to offer. Link is right over there. If you find it interesting, even just a little bit, just a little bit, you can take it one step further by hitting that subscribe button. I'd be quite penetrated by your kindness. Actually, I think I need to come up with another little catchphrase. I'll come up with one. I kind of commandeered what Archie always says, so now I need to make it a little bit more me. You know what I mean? Along with that, Instagram and Discord links are also in the description along with the main channel page. But without further ado, let us just jump right in and begin. So we had a festival that was going on here. Legitimately, the moment I hit escape, that's when it went away. Okay, great. But the first thing that we're going to be working on is getting the chapel and, the church built up on this hill. So I'm going to get rid of all these guys. Going to be the most important thing here. I don't know. Oh, these are a temperate growth. Okay, we don't want that. We don't need this. We don't need this and that. Okay, I'm going to fix it up as much as I possibly can here. Oh, what is going on here? Okay, get rid of that. Wrong place. Okay, I'm going to have to put the church down first. And I want to put the church right at the end here. And I'm going to be using the skin that we use over there on Morteau, which is going to be this church skin, because I also got the confirmation for it. And we are going to go ahead and get a double road set up to it, like so. Okay, that's the first part. This whole little area is going to be looking a lot nicer once it's all said and done, of course. But we are going to also have a cemetery, which I think if I were to put this one like right about here, it would be fantastic. There we go.
Has grown more beautiful.
Awesome. And I think just road-wise, I'll bring it like that, because I'm planning on, at least as far as beautification is concerned, to use these fences, right? Kind of just like block off this spot from the rest of the town. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna definitely have to have our banners, right? Right? See, I tested you. And guess what? You all passed. Congratulations. Have a great day. Banner. And I know we're gonna have to do this column. Now, I think over in this corner, we can loop it up like so with the road, just to add a little bit of depth to it. I'm gonna put like a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, but some steampunk type stuff over here I think would work. Like probably the clock for sure over in this corner. The fountains, definitely, I think we'll put one on both sides. That'll look kind of nice right about there. Don't want any of the pipes, don't want any of that. The turner, not so much. I feel like putting two steam clocks on both sides is definitely going to be a little bit overkill, but it could work later on, potentially. But I know that Mr. Major really does like the cherry trees, so I'm going to probably put down a couple around here. We'll put some like this. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you. I meme on the tourists a hell of a lot, right? We all know this. But I will say that the tourist season pack actually does have probably the best ornaments that I like to default towards for some reason. So like one example is the lookout point. I really like using this thing. For some reason, I just feel like that's pretty cool. Like you would go there, you look through that big glass, and you'd be able to see whatever's on the horizon. I think that's really nice. That one plus, where did the pack go? It went over here, didn't it? That one and the wooden pavilions are always really pretty. I don't know why these two really resonate with me, but nevertheless, I'm going to put them down right over here. I'll put down a tree or two over here. Maybe another lookout point in the back. Yeah, I think that'll work out just fine. You have some banners back here too, right? I have one banner and banner. See, it's just perfect. It all aligned. The stars aligned and therefore banner. Where's that duck pond? I think this is gonna look nice in here. I can finally properly utilize this thing and not worry about it. I think we should also have the Kingdom of Sapin's official banner somewhere, and I think this is a good place for it. Banner. But I'm gonna move the tree. That way it's not being obstructed. There we go. That's pretty nice so far. I like it. We need to put down a couple more things. Like the ornate pavilions also do look really nice. So I think I'll put this one down like right over here. Now, I'm tactically putting the little walkway to go inside on the right place, okay? I don't want them falling over or anything, and then I have to worry about the diplomatic repercussions. No, thank you. Not planning on it. Don't want to deal with it. Everything is just totally fine. Guaranteed. I think I do have temperate grove over here. That's what's causing the issue with this not going all the way down. I think I'll extend this, or at least make them the straight paths. That's okay. Yeah, it does look a lot better than what it was before. I mean, we'd had a whole bunch of farmers over here, and we don't need to have a hell of a lot of farmers, so that's fine. I'm not worried about it. What else can we do? Pavilion. Could put a pavilion back here, actually. If I get rid of this and then put this down, that works. I like it. Put that tree back. And then over on this corner, we can try to put a garden, maybe? Yeah, garden right over here would be pretty cool, I think. Let's actually spin it this way. I think they'll be a little bit easier just to walk right through, right? Maybe another tree or something, like, along this path. That should be fine. That's okay-ish. I think this is actually temperate grove right over there. Yep. We can have a statue. Let's put a statue at the end there, and then probably fill this up like so. And boom. Nice little area up here. It's very pretty. So, like, this is the place to go for the Irish Orthodoxy over here on Morteau. And I believe Mr. Major is also working on the official banner for the Irish Orthodoxy, which is really awesome. I've seen the design that he's working on. It looks really cool so far. So we have that set up, and it does look pretty cool, really, on top here. And now what we're going to be turning to...
Workforce shortage.
Huh? Huh? What you mean? What? Hello? I'm confusion. Okay, well, we have workforce shortage and just reduce it. I don't know. Shoot. But thanks for popping in, announcer. I really appreciated the randomness of your timing. Yeah, it's so great. So great. I got rid of one of the saxophone factories because, I mean, we were kind of overproducing on it a little bit. And we're bringing in some additional copper and zinc for the brass. Okay, because we need some more of that. You want to know why? Because I found this lady. Affecting clockmakers replaces the brass, the gold. Right? So now we can start making some pocket watches, right? Real important. And I think we're going to get them going over here. So, we're going to need the glass. We're also going to need the clockmakers, which these things are probably going to work pretty freaking fast. That is a really loud woodpecker. I'm going to put at least one down to start off. I think I'll put it like about here. I just really want to see how fast it'll be with electricity, because I know there's electricity running through here.
The odd jet of steam.
Oh boy, you're fast. Okay. Well, that's that. I need to probably find the place for the administration section. I don't really like this spot for it. I was actually kind of looking at over here. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that. And what I mean by administration is this is going to be like a big central hub right over here for like multiple of the Imperio Trade Union buildings, but it's also going to be the place that you have the best talent on the island, right? So if I were to position this right about here, actually let's do do something like this. Yeah, let's put that one at the far end, right? Let's go ahead and get at least her in there. And I know I have somebody else for the clockmakers. We're also going to probably... Oh, that was for what exactly? Affects bicycle factory, sewing machine factory, tools workshop, replaces iron... Oh, okay. It replaces with a steel. That may not be a bad idea, actually. Carpentry works for the extra pearls coming out of it. That's for the jewelers. Where's the clockmaker lady? Oh, there we go. Productivity by 30%. So, I mean, we're already making it ridiculously fast as is. And then what are these ones? Residences. We don't have this? Okay, well, we just put it in. Which means these guys are actually going to work harder.
For the boss.
Holy crap. Okay, well, how much are we utilizing with this? That is crazy. Okay. No. That's totally fine. Fine, but the zinc is getting a little low. I did find a certain mad lady in the way of where is she at? Where is she at? There she is. Mad Mary, dynamite enthusiast. Okay, so if we start making some dynamite over here, then we'll get a lot more zinc out of those mines and copper for the most part. Okay, so we're at least getting our first pocket watch out here. That's kind of crazy. So now I'm kind of reconsidering the saxophones. Do I really need them? Potentially? I mean, I could probably send them out elsewhere, but...
We're only just above the median.
They're using it, but I mean, I would probably prefer them having pocket watches over that, wouldn't they? I mean, we're almost there. I think if we get one more of these built up for pocket watches, then... Oh, I mean, that is pretty good all around. I think if we get, like, one more built up, then we'll kind of be lowering ourselves on the brass. Which means we can probably build some more. And I think I would like to do that. So that's the second one. At least the glass coming in, that should be sufficient enough, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blueprint the future expansion of this. Bring it over to, like, maybe here-ish. It's not bad. I don't particularly like wanting to putting them like this, but actually, I'm going to disregard what I just said because I don't like the way that I place them. I want to make it look cool and put a whole bunch of ornaments in between because that makes it look better, right? That's why we play this game. So things look awesome. That one is sus. I don't like that one's placement at all. And then probably like the last one could be back here. Yep. And then a warehouse definitely is going to be needed somewhere in this cluster. So, hey, that's a perfect spot for it. Along with that one, because I feel like they will indeed be on the faster side of things. Get that built up over there. That's all set up to that one. Looking good. Okay, so if we can get another section or some more of these built up, it would be very much ideal. So I'll probably get another brass smeltery built up like maybe right over here. And another one on this line. And I think 3 in total should be sufficient for what we're doing. You know what? Put it like right up against here. Which one's the entrance? I think that is the entrance. I have no clue. And then bring that over to this spot. Make it look kind of cool. And just build them up from now, because I don't see why we should hesitate. Just build them up and we get to work. Also going to work on extending these sewers out a little bit. There we go. And then maybe down to here and then call it for that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much a good idea because I don't really want to spam it. I did a little bit and I still need to get confirmation on whether it's a good idea or if it's something Mr. Major actually does like or not because, you know, that's always very important, especially when it's someone else's build technically. So I'll have to wait on that before I build any more of them. But I think the little industrial quarter that we have set up over here is actually pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. That one actually is not the single shed. I'm going to put that one there, this one here. I'm not going to put any of the pipes down, but I do kind of think like the small crates and whatnot, those can work. Where are the small crates? Where are my small crates at? Do I even put... Oh, wait. No, those are just part of it. Didn't I have any small crates around here? I think I put them over here. Yeah, there we go. So there's some small crates. I'll go ahead and put down a couple in this little spot. And that's already fulfilled. That's already good. And then I think maybe we can even extend this little construction zone over to here, at least the wall itself, and get the concrete flooring down. So we expanded a little bit more on the whole brass chain, and now we're making some pocket watches, which is really cool. I think over on this spot, however, because it is one of the luxury goods that the Kingdom of Sapin are indeed producing, I'm going to put their official banner down. Banner. And then the other one, banner. And maybe we mix it up just a little bit. What other walls or stuff do I have? Because I don't really want to be using these brick ones. Do you have anything? Not particularly, and I'm not happy about that. Where are these? I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to. Which is a little bit unfortunate that I can't find anything else that would work here. I'll bring it, like, maybe in this direction. And bring it down to about here.
The people celebrate your leadership.
And then this should be fine because it's going into technically the pipe network, so I don't really need to worry about it too much. But I am happy that we at least get this thing going. And I think once we do have the whole thing built up really well, it will look pretty awesome. And not only really awesome, it will be very, very powerful. Because I think baking a whole bunch of spectacles was already pretty strong enough, right? But now, getting to the point of getting clocks out there, especially when they're having a replacement input, it just changes the game. That's pretty cool. The police station, I just feel like it's necessary. A mobile task force, we can put that one, like, right in here. That'll be kind of cool. I do want to try and utilize the vehicles a little bit over here, along with... Oh, wait a minute. I have these ancient walls. Yeah, but I don't think it fit here, though. What the hell? Wait. Oh. Oh, yeah. They don't work, Chief. They don't work. What's this? Industrial ornaments. Oh, hello. Whoa, whoa, what? Hell? What? 4K. What happened? What is this? What am I looking? Okay, that's a chimney. That's a smaller chimney. Is that a gun? No, that's a pipe. Okay, well, we don't want that one. I don't like that one. What? My game just freeze? No, it didn't. Okay. It's just in a weird spot. Hold on. I need to see all of these. Where did it go? Right over here. Okay, that's number one. Are we carrying a dude? Okay. All right. Why isn't it changing? I don't understand. Okay, I'll just cycle through it like this. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool, that's... No, no. Oh, lordy, you're a big boy, aren't you? That's pretty sick. Oh, we got a tractor barn right over there. A bridge? A bridge on land. Interesting. Okay. Oh! What? Oh, we got a crash over here. Oh, that sucks. Well, you know what? That needs to be somewhere where we have, like a whole bunch of industrial stuff like these things. That's kind of neat. Is it the first time I'm seeing these ornaments? What the hell? That's an ornament? Huh? What is he doing on the chimney? Okay. All right. Whatever. Oh, what the hell? Is that a train stop? Okay, these are some pretty badass ornaments. Okay, I need to find the tower crane one, because that is just nutty. Go, go. There it is. That's awesome, dude. That is so awesome. I'm putting this thing down, like, maybe right over here. Yes! And then we need to have a whole bunch of, like, crates and such over here. Damn, I love beautification in this game. It's so much fun. There are a lot of people who don't like beautification. Like, they say that it's kind of like on the boring side of things, because, I mean, I understand. There are a lot of us that just enjoy, like, hey, I'm gonna build up really huge settlements and stuff like that. But I love beautification in this game. It's a lot of fun. I tend to get lost in it, and I can just, I don't know, go for hours doing, like, putting down the most random ornaments anywhere, and somehow it kind of turns out to look good. That is incredible. Where was that, hold on. I'll grab another one. I feel like I just want to have a couple of these over here. Why did you turn? There we go. That's not bad. And cargo stacks, we can have a couple. I'm gonna put some of the stacks that have the coverings on them, and then one over on this side. We should have some vehicles around here. Where is it again? Right over on this side. Okay, let's see if we can find some cool vehicles that would fit this spot. So I think the trucks would work. That's actually a pretty good one. Let's get a couple of the trucks placed right over here, and then I will go with the other lamp. Let's see if I can swap it over. No, I don't need to click you. I mean to click you. The bleak lamps. Yeah, that works. No, don't need the car. Damn it, I didn't want the car. It likes to skip on me. What the hell? Okay, now I have to actually just, like, change them out manually. Alright, well, that kind of sucks. Put that there, this one here, and, yeah, I think that's really all she wrote, because I don't have any more room. Swap it over to that one. You can swap to this one, but you need to spin around. And then do the same with this. Okay, cool. Animated people in here is going to make a lot of sense, too, so I'm going to put this one down. I'm put him on that tiling. That's pretty good. So, we need some workers, I think. Those guys are rioting. These guys are Oh, they're striking, too. Don't need that. Don't need that. That's a soldier. Your cavalryman. No. What would work here? I think that's probably, like, the best one, honestly. So, I'll put them, like, right over there. Oh, they're angry. They're disgruntled. Okay, maybe we get another set of them, like, maybe over here. Need to change their tiling. That looks awesome, man. Holy crap. I'm so excited to continue working on this little spot. And not to mention, I mean, we're getting the clocks out, the pocket watches out here, so that's 36 already. Awesome. Even in daytime, it looks incredible. I'm, like, seriously considering just building every single one of the buildings, but not making them all work. Because if they do, then we're just going to run out of materials. And we don't have the workforce for it. So stop these guys. I don't need them working right now. You can upgrade a couple times. Just get that up to, like, the 4th level. And let's see what else we can put over here that's going to be really awesome. Some steel beams could probably be useful. Not a hell of a lot that I want to do over in the corners, really. A stack of crates, put that there. I feel like this needs to be like an administration spot, so let's put down a shed here, a shed here. The other pack also does have this trailer, which I do like. Let's put that down over about there. Concrete floor, not necessary at the moment. I will finish this whole spot out with it. Cargo stack. Have like some steel beams over there, some barrels around this one. Crates over here. Water tower in the middle. I don't think a dirt mound works here. No, just more crates. Just more crates. Have crates that are covered over there. That's nice. That's also pretty good. We'll have 2 oil tanks, like so. Some steel beams there. Metal piping, I don't think that matters, really. Oh, the thing spins, like, constantly. That's awesome. I think that's like one of my new favorite ornaments. That's crazy. Wait, I have the industrial ornament set too. I can probably try to utilize something from here, maybe. I do have the coal transporters. Oh, that's just, that's flooring. I don't care about that, really. What's this one? Construction site? Depot. Okay, maybe putting a depot or something over here. Oh, they link up? What? What is happening to me right now? I don't even know what's going on. I've lost it. Let's get some depots placed here. That's so cool. We'll put a little spot over here. I wonder, like, I don't really want to spam it, but can we make it a double, like so? All right, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. What's this one? Interlocking system. Ew, fancy. Fancy, fancy, fancy. That's serial loading. Don't care about that. Maintenance hull. That's for the trains. Iron. Loading cranes. Loading cranes will probably be very, very important. So let's put that one here. Then we can justify having, like, some cars underneath it. So I'll get rid of this bleak lamp, too. And then I need concrete flooring now. That would make sense. Now fill out all these little spots over here. That's neat. That's so cool. I'm just... I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just on a whole different level. Fill that out. Fill that out. This spot's too open-ish. I need to put something like that there. Maybe a little shed or something. Yeah, then the concrete flooring would actually make sense. Yeah, there we go. I don't know about sewers with these guys. I don't think that's really a good idea. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. But I really do like these freaking depots, man. They're crazy cool. Put some over that side, and then we'll put like a smaller set over here. Cool. Where are those water towers? I need one of them at least. Get this water tower, put it behind here, and then the second one over there. I know we have one over there, but it kind of works. Dude, that is so sick. That is so awesome. I love it. I absolutely adore this place now. Just for this little spot. I'm not even kidding. That is crazy. How are we doing on the brass now? We're doing good. We're bringing in some additional copper and zinc, so hopefully we'll be able to maintain the quota. I think we can. This spot even looks awesome. I really love making industrial sections. But now what I want to do is I really want to focus on these trade unions right now. And I'd like to get some administrations built up. So we'll have one set up like right over here. We'll have another one set up like right over here. And what I want to try to do is I want to put in the specialists that are ideal to be together, right? So if we look at these guys, for example, this one's working with clockmakers, this person's working with the carpentry works, clockmakers, and then all ironworks and foundries, right? So necessarily this book, the permit, excuse me, it's not gonna really fit in with these guys, I feel. So we're gonna get rid of that, and I'll put the permit perhaps on this Imperial Trade Union. And then we can have, like, this guy be a part of it. Who else? Oh, this guy. Affecting all charcoal kilns, increasing productivity by 30% for extra caoutchouc, which it would be pretty damn cool to have some additional caoutchouc coming out of here. Light bulb and gramophone factory, instead of the usual workforce, the building employs the worker workforce, which we're going to need that 100%. So like over here, this person also for the spectacles. Let's put her in this set because I think that would work. And then the next Imperial Trade Union, not these guys. Framework knitters, we don't have anything of. Gramophone factories, we're probably going to have gramophones here. So let's put Johan in there. Susanna, the steam engineer, is probably one of the best specialists in this entire game. Because replacing the input of the steam motors with filaments, first of all, filament production is a lot easier than steam motors. So already you're golden, but the extra goods being light bulbs 1 every 4 cycles is just insanely powerful. So really, if you can find her, which will probably be at Eli's Harbor, don't hesitate. Get her as quickly as possible. That's also a good one. Jewelers, not necessarily. We don't need her over here right now. Residences. Okay, so affecting all carpentry works and window makers. Yeah, it could work here. Bicycle factory, sewing machine factory, and tools workshop. Yeah, you know what? We can do that, actually. What do you do? Schnapps distillery? No, not for that. Yeah, we might as well put in the cabinet maker. I think that's not a bad one. I think one more Imperial Trade Union would work over in this spot. So I'll put it on its side and, like, right over here. So let's get the road going like so to it. I don't want this one to look a bit nicer. There we go. I like the double rows that we have going on here. The next one is going to be anything mine related, so, or anything just in general that would work. I think the only other person that we can potentially put in here that'll be worth a damn is going to be Mad Mary, but we don't have any means of producing dynamite over here, and I don't have the clearance for that. It would be insane to get so much copper and zinc out of these freaking mineral mines. It's insane, but at the same time, I need to ask permission. I don't do anything without asking for permission. Along with that, as you notice, we have 2 monster guns over here. We're also going to need to have some soldiers. I don't think I have the means to build them right now. Oh, actually, I do. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, great. I'll probably put a little spot for the soldiers in the back here. But first, what I would like to do is at least get this spot looking really nice-ish. And I would like to use these fences again. And we're essentially going to be making a really nice big compound. For the regional administration of Morteau, this is the place to go if you have any, like, issues with, I don't know, workforces, or if you need assistance, we need to hire more people, all that good stuff. This is where it'll be. This is where you're going to have to go to submit your petition, I guess. And I'm going to change the end pieces out to number 1 so they work out a little bit more effectively. And we just, like, right off the bat, I'm not even gonna wait. We're gonna have to put down their banners. Banner. And then the steampunk banner. Let's see if we can do it like this. Banner and banner. Perfect. Okay, so we started off like that. And I know this is gonna sound very weird, but I'm gonna do this for now. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of grass just on the ground here, in between everything, so I can just see where everything really is and then work around it, right? Oh, wait a minute. Pay Plaza, no, where are those? Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold the phone. We can actually start working on some archways, and some obelisks too. We need to just get more investors for the columns, and these columns are a lot better. So yeah, I'm gonna probably work on that until next episode, because they're pretty cool. I use them a lot in the expert campaign, that's for sure. Let's get pavilions set up over in this corner. I think I'll do the same over here. I think maybe what we can do is we can have some steampunk type tiles going up to each one of the Imperial Trade Unions to an extent. So get rid of most of that one. And then where did this all the way go to? Okay, maybe about here-ish? I think these are also some.
People celebrate your leadership.
And I want to imagine that we're probably going to have to build like maybe 1 or 2 more of the Imperial Trade Union. So that's why I'm kind of leaving some spaces open for that. But we do indeed have the Celestial Tiles, which I think these ones will probably be the nicest to put down. So let me just grab these 2. And for the time being, I'm just going to utilize these to go as far down as possible. And then spin it around like so, and like this. Go to there, there, perfect. That works too. I think over here, we'll probably have a fountain on both sides. So get rid of this, get rid of this one. Get another fountain placed right over there. Around it, we'll probably have the same tiling. I do just like the circular patterns, though. Okay, circular patterns, check. I think in front of this one, we should have a steam clock. And I really just want to put banners, like the steampunk banner in front of them. Banner. I feel like this is the main building here. Steampunk banner, banner, and banner. Really cool. Does look a little bit on the land side of things, but that's also because we just legitimately have not done anything else with the land yet. I think what we can do is we can try to put down some of like these trees. Or you know what? Hold up. I'm gonna try this. We're gonna do it this way. Y'all are thinking I'm probably crazy. I just made a whole bunch of this grass, and I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'll tell you why. It'll make sense when you see it be a little bit of a darker shade. And you'll actually be able to see there's some contrast in between. There we go. Very nice. Okie dokie. And boom, down to here. Looking cool. And over to here. Yeah, that makes it look a little bit better. Oh, what happened here? What the hell? Thank you. There we go. That looks sick. All right. And if you put down the trees, right? So I can go do like little individual openings. And really what I'm just doing is spamming it. I have no like set design for these. It just, so long as it doesn't destroy the Imperial Trade Union itself, I'm fine. Because for some reason, the destruction tool likes to go over your buildings a little bit too much. So we have some of these trees. I want to put them down. Change the bottoms out. See about maybe that here, this one here, that there, this guy here, maybe this one, the corner, and that there. And I feel like these trees also work kind of well too. I don't know if I open up another spot over on this side. I know I put one back there. One here, one there, one here, one here, one here, one here, there, there. Very cool. All right. It's still not fantastic. We need to work on a little bit more. I think this spot needs to be all steampunk related stuff. So let's put her down. We're going to put an aquarium right here in this corner. We're going to put the turner over there. This is not going to work at all here, wouldn't it? Oh, you know what? Potentially, what we could have done is we could have made it like you can go from one side of the road over into the complex, but I don't think it's that important. Yeah, I don't think it's that important to really stick to. And then in between these, I feel like it's just really either putting down some trees or some... What can we put down here? That wouldn't work. What do I have down here? You know what? Let's put down some columns. There we go. Columns there. And then we can also put down their banners again. Banner. Banner. Pretty cool. And I think I'll just put down celestial tiling for both those things. So that side looks pretty good. I don't think I can change the base color for the Imperial Trade Unions, can I? I don't believe that's a possibility. But it does look really nice from an aerial shot. I think we need to have a couple of more things in here. Maybe have like the occasional group of people. And it's raining. Love to see it. I think when we put people in here and like maybe some additional ornaments, then it'll look awesome. Oh, we have some openings right there too. So let's head on over to this little spot and see about some people. Put some there, here, here, there. This is a nice spot. I don't see any openings over here. I'll probably have to put them down. But let's start off with this one. So change it to the grass. Or maybe nothing underneath. How about that? I think the nothing actually looks a little bit better. Is there another one right next to it? Oh, yeah, there is. Let's see. Put that down. And let's try to do something kind of cool. That could be like one group of people there. Let's see about, there's some soldiers. Maybe we have like this guy just stand and watch for them. Gonna be some workers over here. I think it just works with them not having any tiling underneath. That's pretty cool. We can even have a couple soldiers around here. It would make sense. That would be... Oh, that's not bad for the orthodoxy. You know what? How about we do this? Let's get rid of this much. We'll put down a little chapel in here. Oh, there it is. Is that enough space for it? Probably not. This would make it enough space, but I have to get rid of this tree, which is kind of unfortunate, but I will do it. Why don't I keep picking the 1404 chapel? What the hell? Put this one, like, right over here. Get rid of that and put the road to it. Very nice. So we have the orthodoxy right there. Change the base skins out. And you know what? We'll just have little contingents of soldiers for these ones, I think. So we'll have them over here. Have one of the horses over there. And maybe this one. Actually, they should probably be the blue ones. Yeah. Let's have the blue ones. We'll just have them be like a couple of soldiers talking with one another. Where are the two cavalrymen? There they are. Well, we'll just have the two cavalrymen like right over there. This kind of sucked that I can't change out the tiling. I might be able to. I've never actually tried it. Nope, it won't do it. But I think it will probably look nicer if I do indeed have this down there. Do the same with you. Because I'm looking at it from the aerial point of view now, and it definitely does do a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit. Where's the orthodoxy guy? There he is. That's a good one. These guys over here, on the other hand, yeah, they should probably be grass as well. That could be a celebrity coming in. Or she could be like the person that's in control of everything. That's not a bad idea. No. There we go. We have some soldiers right over there. I think that looks a lot better than what it was before. It's a big open spot. The main focus is definitely the Imperial Trade Unions, but I think we're also going to get rid of this and get rid of this so we can put down 2 more fountains. I know Mr. Major, he loves his fountains. Which also, fountain holics, I'm in your corner. I can dig it. I do like me some fountains. They're very cool. They're very cool indeed. What's this one? Oh, the community center. Oh, completely forgot about that one. Okay, what's this one? You know what? A police department in here would probably make a lot of sense, actually. Like, this is the place to probably have a police department of some sort. Where is the actual thingamabob? Oh, wait a minute. I have an interesting idea. Let's just take a little look-see. Mobile task force right in the front. Yeah. Okay. So this is like the checkpoint to get in. Perfect. Okay. You see how this works? Get rid of the road here. It's probably going to yell at me, but I don't really care. I'm going to... Actually, no, wait. It needs to go one further back. And I'll tell you why. Because then they won't be able to... I do want to keep the tiles there. No, I lied. It needs to go 2 more back. There we go. Yep. Because we want to keep the double road going. So I'll probably have to get rid of this and then park it right over there. And then get rid of that, all of this, and all of this. Why didn't you go away? I don't appreciate it. There we go. Get a little spot also here, and then that too. Probably just copy from these guys. because it has the design that I want. Oh, there's one damn tree in the way. Come on, man. 2 damn trees in the way. Okay, and then over here, get rid of that, get rid of those. Head over to Steampunk. Fountain. Pile. Perfect. Really nice spot. I think that's pretty sick. Get rid of that little piece and that little piece, so we go column. Hell yeah, dude. I think that's a really cool spot for the regional administration of Morteau. Really cool. Really cool. Or island administration of Morteau. That's really sick. Okay. It's simple, but it gets the job done. Now, the next thing that we're going to have to do is we need to get a little spot for the soldiers because we want to get these 2 monster guns built up. And we need to build the canteen first and foremost. So I'm going to put this thing at the far end right over here. And we're going to have a road connection, which the best way is through this spot. I just have to see how we can place the encampments. There's 3 encampments right over there. Let's get a couple more, like, right about here. I can't really put another one there, but maybe if I can change up a couple things. More than likely, it is to get rid of the steampunk pipe network that I have here, and it would be ideal if I do get rid of this. Swap that to number 8. Actually, number 7 will be just fine, but you need to spin it around. Okay, there we go. I think the fire station can be moved into a better spot after we get a couple more of the encampments built up. And we want to try our best to get them to the barracks. I think that'll look really cool. Okay, so we have those, and then what is the next thing that they're going to need? Military training complex? No. They would need the field hospital. Oh, come on, man. Seriously? You're the problem. Okay, you know what? Put that there. Get rid of you. And then get rid of this. There we go. Problem solved. So now I can put this perfectly right over here. Field hospital is going to increase their stuffs right there, I believe. That's their happiness need, right? They also need a spot for sanitation. Okay, sanitation. We could probably get rid of, like, one of them in order to put the sanitation facility down. So, yeah. Put this one... Get rid of that, at least. And get the sanitation facility right there. Nice, because we want them to be happy. Or at least, at the very least, content. And they're getting their soap. They have horses. So those are happiness needs, and we like that. They have the bread, excuse me. Now they have military uniforms, cannons. The military training complex requires us to actually bring in ammunition, and it is pretty massive in the grand scheme of things. So I don't know if that's a good idea. And at the same time, I feel like I've been really ridiculously overproducing on the spectacles, truthfully, so I think I'm going to get rid of this. Get rid of these. I'll have to fix up these pipes really quick. Can I just use this one? There we go. At least get rid of one, because I feel like it was way too much. It was way too much. And now we just really need to bring in the guns, I think. Yeah, so they would need 75 in order to function, right? Military uniforms, we don't have any of those being produced. I don't know how many people actually come in here. Oh, we can provide them with fish. That gives us some extra soldiers. We don't have those. Chewing gum, haha. Yeah, right. Oh, flutes. Flutes is actually something that we can produce very easily over here. Do these have, okay, so they have crafting codexes. Oh, so they follow the same thing as... Okay. So we're going to be producing the cognac in the same place that we're making the billiard tables and the violins. That sounds right. That sounds right to me. If it sounds right to you, then we're both thinking the same thing. Okay, where are the flutes at? Oh, I saw them. I'm blind. Not you. I'll put this thing down, like, right here. That's a good spot for them. And we're just going to activate the lifestyle need for them. It's not going to give them anything as far as like extra soldiers are concerned. But their happiness, on the other hand, I would actually prefer that. Is that one good for the entire island?
The people celebrate your leadership.
Awesome. The Chancellor, you're doing an impeccable job, my friend. Absolutely. Of whom Delta is one of our moderators on the Discord. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord quite yet, as I said at the beginning of the video, link is in the description. You definitely should. It's a cool place. Cool place. Need to work on it some more. I've been working on the channel's lore a fair amount in my off time. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to end off the episode with trying to get this spot all beautified because, I mean, honestly, it's looking a little bit empty, and we need to have some military type ornaments over here to make it look absolutely perfect, right? Let's get to work. I think it goes without saying that we're going to have at least a couple little soldier spots. So I'm going to get this one, right? And I kind of want to put them down at strategic locations. So, like, that's a good group right there. This one, we can also change that one out to the horse guy, the cavalryman. There we go. That's the word. Brain no want to work. And I'm going to swap this one out to not that one. Where's the... Aha, that's it. I think they're swapping directions on me. They rack a discipline. Okay, put this one right there and them right over there. Pretty cool. Is that in the middle? I feel like I need to have... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, this guy is actually in the dead middle. Dead center. Let's get the officers. There we go. So we have one of the officers right over there. And I feel like we need to have the Kingdom of Sapin's official banner here. And then the steampunk banner over on this side. Banner. And then column. That's a really nice little distribution. I do like that. And I want to kind of replicate it. I know this might seem like I'm spamming it a little bit, but I gotta be real. I saw this short a while ago, and it was a person who likes making like cities and shorts. I don't remember what the name of their channel is, unfortunately, so I can recommend them. I'll try to find it. And they had a massive palace complex with a whole bunch of soldiers. I was like, how the hell do you even get that, man? Like, what's the stuff that you need? And I never could find it until you guys told me that it is indeed the varieties pack. So I went and got that, and thankfully this one's working. The other one that I tried to get to work was the freaking World Warships, but I feel like that would just break this campaign really bad, so I'm kind of glad that it's not in here. I can try it if there's like an overwhelming want, but I don't think it's like a great idea, truthfully. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring these guys... Hold on. We're going to need the banners over here. The steampunk banners. Banner. And then I'll put down the horses like so. Pretty cool. I need like one little spot of paving. Apologies about that, gang. For some reason, the game decided it wanted to crash on me. That was fun. Slightly embarrassing, but nevertheless, I'm always here embarrassing myself anyway. So, yeah, just add to it, Anno 1800. I really appreciate it. I'm telling you, I feel like my game is dying every single day. So, Anno 117 better get here pretty freaking fast. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it's coming in November. I get it. November 13th, by the way, if you didn't know. But, holy hell, I have to wait until November? We all have to wait until November? What the heck? Anyway, we need to get back to the beautification. So now I went over like to try to find some paving over in the top corner, but that didn't really want to pan out. So I think what I would like to do here in the middle, put a little fountain. I think that'll work. I did extend the amount of soldiers that are here, so that's kind of cool. Put these guys back because it kind of got rid of all the stuff I just did. And I put 2 more encampments right over here. So let's fix up the road there. In order for us to get enough soldiers to get these monster guns actually functional, we are going to have to, first and foremost, bring over some military uniforms. And obviously the weapons themselves. What? There's a quest here? Man, I haven't had a quest in a while in this one. Holy crap.
I know you're busy, but I've a favour to ask.
Oh, hell. I have to find a whole bunch of... Okay.
I got something perplexing needs setting straight.
Okay, well, where are the stray dogs at? But they ain't here. I don't see them. That's a donkey. Where the hell? Where the dogs at? They're always in the middle of the road, so keep your eyes peeled. And they're not even over here, guaranteed. They're probably, like, somewhere else. I hate when the quest tells you, like, oh, it's definitely going to be over in this spot that I totally zoomed you in on, and now, boom, it's not there. It never will be. Oh, well, no, I shouldn't ever say never. There are times in which the game will actually steer you in the right direction, but more times than not, it doesn't. It'll be in a totally different location, and then you have to go on a whole scavenger hunt in order to find it, especially when you build a settlement this large. You know, at this point, it's hell and high water to try to find something. Where in the hell are the damn dogs? So maybe I'm not. Where does it say they are? Probably near the farmers' residences. Okay, well, I'm zooming in. I'm gonna see. I don't see any dogs. I see donkeys. That they're not dogs. I don't see them. And I'm trying to I'm hoping that she's actually gonna give me a pretty decent item for it. So there's no homes over here. So we don't need to worry about that. And then you have to go up here because I know that there are farmer residences over in this side. The dude with a lantern, man. No. What the hell? You know what would be the craziest thing in the world if it didn't even spawn? I wouldn't hold it past it. This is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like my game's dying. Because it does stupid stuff like this all the time. These are all worker homes, so I don't care about those. Dog, where are the stray dogs? Stray dogs. I don't see no stray dogs. I lost them. If I can't find it in one more pass, then they should be here, if anything. I don't see them, and therefore, yep, don't care. Okay, they'll find them eventually. So, I need to get this spot fixed. I don't know what exactly I want to do with it, truthfully. Endless Skies Memorial? No, that doesn't really do much for it, does it? Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff I could probably put down. Or just have some more soldiers over in this corner. I feel like I spammed them a little bit too much. And the, oh, wait a minute. We do have some memorials over here, but they, oh, Memorial 1, that's kind of a good one. Put the memorial down right over there. These spots I'm just going to put Temperate Grove with, actually. And even going into, like, back over here and over in these corners. This spot is too open, so I don't think I'll do anything with that one. We'll have some trees over there, some trees over here. You know what? Just myriad with trees. I like that. I can dig it. And for the time being, I'll probably do something over here by the next episode because I feel like it's definitely not finished. I did want to get them into the barracks buildings, but we'll need some time in order to do that, which we unfortunately do not have. But this was a very, very fun build working on this island. We got the clockmakers going, and then when we have more capabilities, we're going to be working on, you know, filaments, getting the cabs going, because we still have plenty of room on this island. We just need to get all the supplies. So in the next episode, we're actually going to be heading towards a very small island, working on one of those for the Brotherhood of Saint Isidore. We're going to be working on that one. It's probably just going to be a one-shot. You never know. Sometimes smaller islands, you know, you can really hyper-fixate on every little tile, and you'll be able to come up with something really, really cool. So I think it's going to be a really fun build. It's definitely something that I've been looking forward to, along with then coming back into seeing what the Kingdom of Sapin is going to require of us so we can fully formalize the alliance and continue going on. Wait, what's that? Hold on, getting a notification. It seems as if the vanguard of the Imperial fleet is here. Right on time.